Welcome back to our channel, Valuable Coins Hub. These rare Lincoln penny coins make people rich. Let's find out why. Don't miss out one of these who know a sigil coin make you rich. Number 1, let me tell you about one of the most fascinating coins in modern American history, the 2009 Lincoln 1-cent penny from the Presidency series. The one that takes us right into Washington, D.C. This is not just a small copper coin. It is a piece of American story, a piece of Abraham Lincoln's life, and a coin that collectors are chasing with passion today. And if you think every penny is common, I promise you, by the end of this video you will look at your change very differently. The Presidency penny is the fourth and final design of the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial series, and it shows the unfinished U.S. Capitol building, symbolizing Lincoln's time in office when the nation itself was being tested and rebuilt. Imagine holding this coin in your hand and realizing it connects directly to the struggles of a nation, to the presidency that changed America forever. Now here, where it gets exciting for collectors. Not every 2009 penny is equal, and not every presidency cent is ordinary. Some of these coins were struck with incredible precision, while others came out with unusual errors that make them worth far beyond just 1 cent. Coins with double dies, coins with misaligned strikes, even coins struck on the wrong planchets have shown up, and those are the pieces that can send collectors into bidding wars. Can you picture a penny with the Capitol dome doubled or lettering that looks slightly shadowed? Those are double die varieties, and if you find one, you might be holding something that collectors are willing to pay serious money for. There are also coins with die cracks across the building, giving the image a dramatic look, and believe it or not, those cracks can actually add to the value because they make the coin one of a kind. Collectors love searching rolls of 2009 pennies for these errors, especially uncirculated rolls that banks once distributed. Some lucky people have discovered gems hiding untouched for years. And when these rare errors appear in auctions, the results can be astonishing. A simple 1-cent coin suddenly selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, just because of a small difference in how it was made, shows the thrill of coin collecting. If you are a collector or even just starting out, my advice is never ignore your pocket change, especially when it comes to the 2009 Lincoln Presidency penny. Look carefully at the Capitol building, study the lettering, check for cracks or doubling, and always pay attention to the shine and luster. Mint state examples, those that never saw circulation, are especially in high demand, and many people are holding them tightly as part of their collections. Another thing to remember, the 2009 pennies were struck in both copper-plated zinc and in a special copper composition for collector sets. Those collector issues, struck in 95% copper, are highly desired because they connect back to the original metal of the Lincoln cent. If you happen to come across one of those, you've got something that every serious collector wants. And the beauty of the presidency design cannot be ignored. The unfinished Capitol reminds us of a nation under construction, just like Lincoln's leadership was about building, healing, and uniting. Every coin tells a story, but this one truly brings history to life in the palm of your hand. Now here's the part you've been waiting for, the value. Remember, when these coins first came out in 2009, their original market value was simply 1 cent, just 1 penny, the smallest denomination in American money. Yet today some rare examples have sold in auctions for hundreds and even thousands depending on the error, the grade, and the condition. A coin that once cost a penny can now bring in life-changing returns, and that's what makes collecting so thrilling. So my friends, don't ever pass up checking your coins because hidden treasures are out there waiting to be found. The 2009 Lincoln Presidency penny is more than change. It is history, it is rarity, it is value, and it could be sitting right in your pocket right now. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of rare coins, make sure to hit the like button, drop a comment about your own coin finds, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next treasure we uncover together. This is just the beginning, and the hunt for rare coins never ends, so stay tuned and happy collecting. Number 2, we're diving into one of the most mysterious and exciting pennies in American history, the 1982 Lincoln 1-cent penny. At first glance, it might just look like any other penny you've seen 1,000 times. But I promise you, the story behind this coin is absolutely thrilling, and once you hear it, you'll never look at a 1982 cent the same way again. This was not an ordinary year for the Lincoln penny. It was the year of a major change, a turning point that created multiple varieties, secret rarities, and valuable coins that collectors still chase with burning excitement today. In 1982, the United States Mint made a bold move, switching the penny from its traditional copper composition to a new copper-plated zinc planchet, and that single decision changed everything. Now here, where it gets fascinating. Because of the transition, the Mint actually produced 7 different varieties of the 1982 penny, and each one tells its own little story. You have large dates and small dates, copper versions and zinc versions, Philadelphia issues and Denver issues, all swirling together to create one of the most complicated and exciting years in Lincoln cent history. Imagine the thrill of collectors who discover one they didn't expect, a tiny difference in design or weight that makes their coins stand out from the rest. And if you think the varieties are enough, wait until you hear about the errors. 1982 pennies are famous for doubled dies, where the numbers or letters look shadowed or doubled, and some of these errors can be worth big money. Others have misaligned strikes, off-center designs, or even transitional planchet mistakes where a coin was struck in copper when it should have been zinc, or zinc when it should have been copper. These are the treasures that make coin hunters' hearts race. Collectors especially go crazy for the 1982 small date copper penny. This coin is so rare that when one comes to auction, it instantly grabs headlines. It has the delicate small date design, but it's struck on the heavier copper planchet, and that mix of features makes it one of the most desired Lincoln cents in existence. People who find them in circulation can hardly believe their eyes, and dealers know that these are the kind of coins that collectors will never pass up. So if you're looking through your change, here's my tip. Don't just look at the year, weigh the coin if you can. A copper penny weighs about 3.1 grams, while the zinc version weighs about 2.5 grams. That difference might not sound like much, but it can mean the difference between an ordinary penny and a coin worth serious money. And remember to look carefully at the date style too, because the large date and small date varieties can be the key to discovering something rare. Think about it, a coin that millions of people used for candy, sodas, and snacks in the 1980s, now turning up in coin rolls or old jars and becoming the centerpiece of a collection. That's the magic of coin collecting. It's about spotting the details that others overlook and realizing that history and value are hiding in plain sight. The 1982 Lincoln cent is not just a penny, it's a story of change, a moment when American money shifted, and in that shift came opportunity for rarity, for error, for collectors to chase something special. This is why people search through boxes of pennies, why they spend hours looking closely, because hidden in the copper and zinc are the treasures that could be life-changing. And just to remind you, when these coins first came out in 1982, their original market value was just 1 cent. A simple penny, the smallest coin in American currency, yet today some of them have sold at auctions in cities across the country for thousands of dollars depending on the variety and the condition. A coin once worth only a penny now commanding prices that can make jaws drop. That's the kind of thrill that makes this hobby so exciting. So my friends, never pass up checking your pennies. That one coin you overlook could be the legendary 1982 small date copper cent or a doubled die beauty that collectors would fight for. Keep searching, keep learning, and keep believing that treasure is out there because it is. Number 3, we're stepping back into the early 70s, a time of change in America, and right in the middle of pockets and purses was the 1973 Lincoln 1-cent penny. At first glance, it may look like just another copper coin, but let me tell you, the story behind this penny is exciting, full of hidden treasures, and collectors are still hunting them today with unstoppable passion. The 1973 penny carries the classic Lincoln design by Victor David Brenner, the one we've seen since 1909, but every year has its own mysteries, and 1973 was no different. Millions were minted, but among those millions are coins with rare features, sharp strikes, and even dramatic errors that transform this tiny coin into something far more valuable than its humble beginnings. This was still the era of the solid copper cent, weighing over 3 grams with that warm reddish tone collectors love. Unlike later years when the composition changed to zinc, these 70s pennies have a rich feel to them, and collectors know that high-grade copper coins preserved with their full luster are something special to hold in your hand. But here, where the thrill comes in, not every 1973 penny looks the same. Some were struck in Philadelphia, some in Denver, and some in San Francisco as proofs, and each one has its own place in a collection. Proof coins with their mirror-like finish were struck in San Francisco and given only to collectors, and if you find one in flawless condition today, you've got a showpiece that shines like jewelry. Errors make this coin even more exciting. There are known doubled dies from 1973, where the date or the lettering looks doubled, and those are the kind of varieties that make collectors go wild. Imagine spotting a doubled Liberty or a shadowed In God We Trust, and realizing you're holding a penny worth far more than 1 cent. There are also off-center strikes, broad strikes, and even coins that were struck on the wrong planchet, giving them a completely different weight and look. Each of those mistakes turns the ordinary into something extraordinary. Collectors also pay close attention to the condition of 1973 pennies. Copper coins darken with age, they spot, they wear down, so finding one in brilliant uncirculated condition is a prize in itself. A penny that looks as fresh today as the day it left the mint in 1973 is not easy to find in circulation, and that's exactly why collectors compete for them at auctions and coin shows. If you're someone who loves searching through rolls of pennies, don't overlook this year. Check the mint mark, study the details, and always keep an eye out for doubling or unusual features. Even coins without dramatic errors when found in pristine shape can sell for far more than face value because collectors are always looking for examples that stand out from the crowd. The beauty of the 1973 penny is that it represents a piece of everyday history, a coin millions of people used without thinking, and yet today it can be a hidden treasure hiding in a jar, a box of change, or an old collection passed down through a family. That's the magic of coin collecting, finding something extraordinary in the most ordinary places. And here's the part to really remember. When these coins were first minted in 1973, their original market value was just 1 cent. That's right, only a penny, yet now we see rare examples and stunning errors selling in markets and auctions across the country for hundreds and even thousands depending on rarity and grade. A penny that once bought bubblegum is now a prize collectors fight over, and that's what makes this story so incredible. So my friends, don't underestimate the power of the humble Lincoln cent. The 1973 penny is out there waiting to be discovered, hiding in plain sight, ready to surprise someone who takes the time to look closely. Your change might hold history, rarity, and value all in one small copper coin.